What the old man does is always right. Adapted from the writer Hans Christian Andersen, Part 1. Now, I'm going to tell you a story that I heard when I was a little girl and that I like better and better the more I think of it. In an old farmhouse lived two people, a farmer and his wife, Maria. They didn't have many possessions, but they had a horse they used to ride to town and lent it to their neighbors, receiving some services from them in return. They thought it would be much more profitable to sell the horse or exchange it for something that would be more useful to them. But which should I do? Sell it or trade it? You know what's best. It's market day. Come on, ride off to town and get money for the horse or make a good bargain with it. Whatever you do is always right. On the way to the market, the old farmer met many other farmers, some in wagons, some on horseback, and some on their own two legs. The farmer saw a man driving a cow as beautiful as a cow could be, so he got closer to the man. "Hey, you with the cow, let's have a talk. Look here, I believe a horse is more expensive than a cow, but it doesn't matter to me since I have more use for a cow, and I'm sure she must give grand milk. Shall we make a swap?" The farmer should have returned home, for he had finished his business, but he continued on his way to the market. Then he saw a man leading a sheep. It was a fine-looking sheep, in good condition and well clothed with wool. "It would be much better for me and my wife to keep a sheep than a cow. Shall we trade?" "She's the prettiest hen I've ever seen, much prettier than my neighbor's hens. I would certainly like to have her. A hen can always find a grain of corn, and she can almost provide for herself. I almost think it would be a good idea to take her instead of the sheep. Shall we trade?" After the farmer had completed his business, he decided to get in a cafe and have something to drink. It was a really hot day. Inside the bar, there was a basket of apples. The farmer immediately thought of his wife. Last year, they had only one apple on the old apple tree, and his wife loves apples so much. "Hey, young man, shall we trade the apples?" The old farmer sat by the counter, and while he was having a drink, he told the waiter the whole story since he left home. A young man who was sat by his side was surprised. "I'm sure you get in trouble when you get home, old farmer. You left home riding a horse, and now you're going back carrying a basket of apples." "I'll get kisses, not cuffs. My wife says whatever an old man does is right." "Shall we bet? If I win, I'm in. If your wife cuffs you, you will give me this basket of apples so I will feed my pigs. But if you win, you will get all the money I have." To be continued. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us.